We are digging up my sister's asparagus bed. Her temporary asparagus bed. So when she moved, she had all of these, what do you call them? Asparagus?
Ferns? I don't know. Asparagus?
You don't know what they're called either? Crowns. Okay, asparagus crowns.
Well, this is a crown.
This is what they look like. So she stuck them in this bed just for safekeeping, and we're moving them. So I thought people don't probably know what they look like. So we're digging very carefully so that we don't damage them. But see the little root growth that's on those? And we're going to move them to the front of her house, and we're going to put up different beds back here.
Asparagus are heavy eaters. They need lots of compost.
So this is where it looks like they're transplanting these. They're not in a specific garden bed, but that doesn't matter. So my dad is digging some holes over here. You want to see which end is up by the crown, which is this part here, right?
That's the top.
The bottom, you can see, is all that like that. So you want to make sure that you plant it up. We gotta get you a shovel, small one.
Another peanut shop. I like to mix in the bottom of the hole. Usually when I planted this before, I use dormant roots that you buy, and you mix like half composted cow manure and dirt and make a mound in the middle, and then put the crown on top and spread the roots out around it. And then with the dormant roots, you just put a little bit of dirt on them, and then when they start sending up small asparagus shoots, like this little guy here, if you can see that, then you slowly add more dirt. Well, asparagus buds here. This one, when we dug it up, we chopped off some of the roots and stuff because it's hard to dig them up. And you see the new root growth here coming out from these. And it'll send up an asparagus stem from each one of these little nodules, or so.
Well,
but that was probably bigger. That was probably more like this size.
People probably don't know too that this is what the asparagus looks like when it gets big. So it's kind of frondy here. That's probably easier to see over here.
And also,
it gets kind of frondy at the top.
With asparagus, it's important to note that you have to only cut it for so long, and then you have to let these grow up, because this is the only way that it has to get nutrients down into the roots for next year's crop. So like when you buy like 1-year-old or 2-year-old dormant roots, you the first year you don't cut any, you just let it grow. The second year you might do a light cutting, cut a few spears, and then let it grow up. It takes 3 to 4 years to get a good bed established, and then
I'm curious,
and then you can cut it for, when it's established, you can cut it for a couple weeks probably, and then you have to let it grow up to give you strength for the next year's crop.
I'm curious how long it'll take her for these to come back around and feel like they're established again, because they were established.
Well, they were established, and we kind of shocked them. They were, I can't remember how old they were. They were probably like 5 years old.
Yeah. They found a better way to do it to make it go quicker, it looks like. Instead of doing individual holes, they did a trench. So
some kind of order.
It does keep it in order. You could see the ones right behind my dad there, the little fronds. Here, I'll zoom in a little. Ooh, see them sticking up? That's what asparagus actually looks like when it's growing.
hoping they come back.
Well, some of them will. If those ones did, you know, some of them should survive.
Yeah, we're concerned that they're not sending up anything yet, though. 'Cause,
Well, they might be a little stunted.
well, they're definitely damaged because we damaged them by digging them up. They were very nicely established at my old house. But asparagus, when you buy the crowns, takes several years to become established. So our thought was we'd dig up some established crowns and hopefully I wouldn't have to wait so long. I will probably not pick any this year if it comes up, just to give them a chance to get healthy again. And when you plant your own asparagus at home, if it's thinner than a pencil, don't pick it.
Let it go
Let it go.
so it can feed the root system.
And then when you do plant them, you know, you can only pick it for so long before you have to let something go.
Well, yeah, you need to let them towards the end of their season, let them grow up a little bit.
A lot of times in the store, you'll see asparagus that's about the size of a string bean. I would never pick it that small, never.
No. But when they're mass producing it, they probably don't care about the life of their roots.